Good morning, heading out to day 2 of the design bootcamp with Aj&Smart, but first, coffee. Alright, the second day is about to begin in just a few more minutes. Yesterday we spent the whole day trying to kind of understand what problem we're trying to solve, map it out, and kind of concept ideas. I actually haven't seen the ideas that other people in my group came up with, and we're going to do this morning. So I'm super excited to see what other people came up with, and then try to come up and finalize the concept that we had. Morning, everyone. Okay, this is actually super great. We didn't start the design sprint, the second part of the design sprint yet, but John started out the day teaching us a method that's called the lightning decision gems, which is basically a process for 1.5 hours to solve problems with your client or your team and actually convince them that design sprint is so awesome. So basically you come up with a problem super fast, brainstorm possible solution, then vote on them on kind of a scale of effort and impact. This is so great, and I'm sure that I'm going to use this with several of my clients right when I come back. I'm going to link here to the video of them explaining the whole process. You should definitely check this out. Okay, so the first part of the day is over. It's been pretty intense. We've been going over everybody else's ideas and voting on them. And it's been really interesting because I've been really surprised by people who didn't know Prospero before and came up with really interesting ideas that I might actually end up using and taking some of those ideas. And the whole process of the voting is really good because usually when you have kind of a group discussion, everybody's trying to fight off their own idea. But with the sprint, all the voting and all the ideas presented are actually anonymous. So you don't actually tell people that's my idea and try to sell it. The ideas have to be like self-explanatory, and then people are just voting on it. And only in the last stage, people have to explain why they chose certain ideas, and in that case I was the decider, and so there's always a decider who has the last word. In this case, because it's my product, it was me, but people had a chance to convince me, not in their own idea but in the idea that they chose. So that was really interesting, and I was actually convinced. So I'm happy. We've selected like 2 ideas that we're breaking out for lunch right now, but afterwards we're gonna try to combine them into one kind of story that might be prototype and test. So heading out for the lunch right now. Alright, so voting has been made. We've kind of took parts of several ideas and kind of put them into a script. Now we're going to turn this into a full storyboard with step by step of what's going to be happening.
Is this going to be on YouTube?
Maybe, maybe.
We have Ran Seagal, much like Steven Seagal. There you go, Ran.
Thank you.
We have Paul.
Oh, thank you. All right, so the sprint is actually over. I'm here at the kitchen trying to shoot this video because there's too much mess outside. Actually, it's been a pretty intense afternoon where after we came up with the concept, we kind of tried to storyboard it and actually really kind of create the wireframes for the design to be prototyped, and that's where things got really complicated. And Not sure we got it down perfectly, but it was still a good exercise to do this. And so I'm super happy with having this week for two reasons. Obviously, the first one is that I got like really a bunch of great ideas for Prospero, which we're probably going to implement in the upcoming weeks. But actually understanding this kind of methodology and process for solving problems, which I'm probably going to end up using it as a freelancer myself. So I'm super happy with this. The boot camp was ran like super professionally. Food was great. I met great people. So also a lot of opportunities that might come up from just getting to know these people. Definitely going to recommend this boot camp for some of my designer friends back in Israel, because I think this process can be so good, specifically in big teams that find it hard to make decisions around how to progress and kind of like deciding what features or what product they should be working on. So this is really, really great. They actually got us a bunch of like a bag with a bunch of gifts and stuff, and so I really, really enjoyed this week here in Berlin, and just a great town to be here anyway. So heading back, probably want to walk around a little bit, hang out, and then tomorrow morning heading back to Israel. So next week is going to be another intense week back home. Hope you guys have a great day. If you haven't yet subscribed to Aj&Smart Channel, be sure to check this out, because these guys are putting so much content around design sprint, which I think is kind of probably the next skill that you should acquire. Definitely check this out, and I will catch you guys next week.